Hermitcraft Infinity. Welcome back to Hermitcraft Infinity. Alright, well, I'm going to get right into things here. Done a little bit of upgrading. For example, with the Crucible, I no longer have to dig around and get water. I do still have this infinite puddle here, the infinite spring, and I got a hold of a got out the saw and cut the marble and get slab, and then cut the slab this way and you get the pillar. And so the slab across the top, the pillar across this side, leaves a little opening. I can still get water through there whenever I happen to need it. And occasionally I do for the accelerator over there. But back here, I have a liquid transfer node from extra utilities and a bit of pipe that goes over to the Crucible. The transfer node has a world interaction upgrade in it, and that's sucking water out of there, and anytime this is less than full, that takes care of it for me. Okay, so that's good. And then to cover the whole thing up, like right here, I had to take the slab, cut it vertical again, and you get the panels, and then you cut the panels, and you get the covers. And that covers over that extra utilities pipe just nicely. Alright, let's go ahead and dump all this. And I also have an armor stand. This is the one from Bibliocraft. You pop it down here on the floor, and on the underside of the block underneath of it, I've got a lever turned on so that I can shift right-click with an empty hand and swap my armor for what is on that. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. And it lets me swap all the pieces at one time. Of course, if I just right-click, I get this interface, and I can do it that way. Anyway, one of the first things I want to do... Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, Goggles of Revealing. As you know, I already have one. But it's taken some durability wear and so on, and I want a second one available anyway. So, 2 thermometers, some gold leather, and 5 of each aspect in the arcane workbench. So drop a wand in there. Bang, got another one. Alright, good. Now, right click on that, and I'm just going to pop that up there. The reason for the Goggles of Revealing, not only because of what they do, but that 5% V discount. That's 5% less V that you need when doing stuff in the work table or whatever, and so on. Now, next thing up is this enchanted fabric, wool, string, and 1 of each aspect to get the enchanted fabric. And the thing about that stuff is that you can make Thaumaturge's robe, that's a 2% V discount. The leggings, another 2% discount, and the boots for another 1% discount. So, alright, wool in here, some string in here, wand up there, and actually that should be enough if I remember correctly. Now I should just be able to, how about leave the wand in there? Alright, Thaumaturge's robe. And the leggings. Okay, I need more string. And we'll just make up some more of this stuff. That's more than enough. And the boots. Now, if I go ahead and put these things up here, then when I shift right click, my gear is swapped out for that. And this gives me a grand total of a 10% V discount when doing stuff in here. So that's good. And let's do something else too. Whenever you make something, especially in Hermitcraft. Okay, I've already scanned that. But robes. Scan that. Look at all those research points. And there's some more, and then the boots. Alright, now go ahead and equip this. And now, whenever I'm doing Hermitcraft stuff here, I can just do the trip with that, get these in place, and get that little bit of discount whenever I'm doing arcane crafting of any kind. Okay. Essentia distillation. Okay, I'm going to actually manufacture some of this. An arcane stone block, and a crucible, furnace. All right, stone block is just stone around a shard. And some stone. I hate it when the drag doesn't work right. And it's always because I let go too soon. I know, it's my own fault. Okay, got the arcane stone brick. Need a furnace and a crucible. Alright, crucible is no problem. Grab some iron. Cauldron. Wax the wand. Alright, and while we're at it, let's take this stone brick, the arcane stone brick, and scan it. Alright, next up, a furnace. Alright, now I should just be able to put the furnace here. Bam. Alright, this one doesn't have enough Ignis in it. Fortunately, I keep 2 wands. Bang, alchemical furnace. Alright, next up in that we need V filters, which is silver wood and gold, with a little bit of ordo and water in the workbench here. And then use those to put together the arcane alembic. Alright, let's see, some gold. Some silver wood. That's gold and silver wood. Wait a minute, am I reading that right? Apparently I'm not. Silverwood planks. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright, silverwood planks. They used to always use the logs. There we go. That's probably more than I need, but you know me. I like to have more than enough. Alright, now let's get down here to a little more business. We need water buckets, more gold, iron, and the V filters to get these arcane alembics. Alright, water bucket in the middle, gold up here, V filters up there, and the rest of it with iron. Except for the bottom. Alright, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of them. Good. Alright. As you can tell, I'm going to be doing a little something with some Essentia here. Okay. Construct, I don't think I need for this one. Okay, I confirmed I don't need that piece right now. Alright, next up, the warded jars. That's glass panes with slabs of whatever wood and a little bit of aqua. So let's get some glass. A couple of stacks of, well, a little more than that, of panes. And some slabs. And I'm going to want a good number of these. Okay, wand is in there. Warded jars. And let's see, that's 0.9 is what that's actually going to cost because of my V discount. Alright, that's 27 warded jars, and now that wand doesn't have enough. That gets me up to 49 of them. That might just be enough for now. And now I'm going to have to take a few minutes, clear out my inventory, and go get these wands recharged. Okay, so go ahead and get this alchemical furnace. I'm going to set it up right there. And then the arcane alembics, you set them on top of it. Oh, yes. Like that. And you can stack them up to 5 high. Alright, now the way this works, power this thing with some coal. You can also use just about anything else you would use to power a vanilla furnace. And now here is the warded jars. Just throw a few of them out there. And the way this works, anything you put in this furnace to burn will be rendered down into its basic essentia. And then it will filter up into the alembics. You see right here, I put fire shards in. If I hold shift, you see they've got 2 ignis, 1 magic, and 1 vitreous. And the alembics up there have some of each of those in there. Now if I put just a little bit more in here, and then I take a warded jar and I just go ahead and right click on that. This warded jar now has that essentia in there. And go ahead and grab some more of it. Let's see, is that finished up? Yeah, okay, good. So this one, there are now 12 ignis in that jar. And this one, 6 precantio, right there. And this one has, what am I going to keep track? Okay, here we go, 6 of the vitreous in that. And this will continue. I can continue to put the entropy shards in there, say, pop 4 of those in there. I believe that's should be enough. And its component parts get broken down. The alembics basically distill. It's kind of like, well, like a fractioning tower when refining petroleum into oil and gasoline and so on. You heat it up, it vaporizes, and then as it condenses at different levels on the tower, you get different materials. In this case, we've got, this one is collecting the precontatio, and this one's got the vitreous, and this one has the perdito. And so we can collect these in the jar. Just right click and right click that, right click that. And you see I made a mistake there. Okay, put the perdito there. And this is vitreous. Click that on there. Does that combine? No, it does not. So I have a second jar of vitreous. And that means I have a second jar of this. Now there is ways to get that stuff out of the individual jars. Let's see if I have some files. Glass files. Yes, there we go. Which I then throw on the floor like a slob. Alright, so right click on the jar with the glass file. Oh, that's right. Only in multiples of 8 will a file pick up Essentia. Alright, so I'm going to put 4 more in here. And then I'm going to break these 2 jars. Collect 4 more of that. Collect 4 more of this. And then pick up this perdito jar. And it will pick up the 8 that's in there. And now this and that. They each have 8 in them, so I can use a glass file to pick up what's in there. And then I can click the file on this jar, and this one on this jar, to fill it all up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be needing a bunch of Essentias, and certain ones in particular. What I'm going to do is look up some materials, and I'm going to cook these things down and start building up a stock of Essentia. Now, I'm doing this manually now to start with, but I won't be manual for very long. But for the first couple of infusions that I'm going to be doing next episode, I'm going to go ahead and deal with the manual stuff for right now. And we'll get going more, including getting the infusion crafting thing going, which I actually got ahead of myself and recorded some stuff ahead of time. So you'll see this come together next episode. And next episode, not only will we be making that, but we'll be making the first use of it. Meanwhile, I am going to start collecting a whole bunch of Essentia. There's like 48 different kinds of Essentia, so I've got some work ahead of me. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.